Spirit of Od Nua, the shade emerges with a wound in the world, split open to reveal a hollow darkness beneath the writhing crown of shadow lies a glimmering mask, bearing the visage of an old man. Silver face turned toward you, features cold and still. From within the socket of the eye mask glitters. Who are you?
Who are you?
Oops.
Would you abandon your king? Take up your sword! To battle! The enemy has come!
What are you? Spirit, I'm gonna come here and search that mess below, up the stairs, after all the trouble I went through down here. What are you?
You forget the face of your lord? No. Better to say that you see more clearly than my subjects.
For you is Od Nua, king in life of great people, and death master of nothing. If you are not master of this place, who is? You built endless paths. Something with a longer reach, for I can do nothing outside this wretched chamber. The stone is like an anchor. Many souls do
pass from time to time into this place. The Adra draws them deep, and there they are consumed, but not by me.
Something dwells in this place beneath us, and there feeds upon my people, as it did when we drew breath. It is an old, ancient thing, and you will not conquer it any more than we could conquer ignorance. Od Nua suddenly shudders, and the shape of him seems to warp and twist. This time of his dark crown grows long, and the surface of the mask ripples like molten.
None walk there save Od Nua's line. You will not tread in that place. Not there.
What's down there? If this thing is responsible for attacks and cutting out, then perhaps how we can help us both. What's down there? All the souls of the past ever known, bound still to the Adra, waiting for the chance to rebirth, or else trapped within the fragments. He reaches his formless hand towards his mask, only to jerk away from us his scalded my son. Somewhere he must be. You built the endless paths. Endless paths,
Endless paths. 1,000 hands toiled to create it. But it was my voice, my will, that directed them. The great work of our age.
Or would have been if they had only allowed me to finish, if they understood that from such rotted foundations would emerge wondrous achievement. The same curse I sought to cure afflicted them in return. That my son might, from one moment to the next, be lost to me is an abomination. His voice sickens with grief. He wants only that I should be proud of him. How can a father convince his son that he might accomplish nothing and still be the light of his life? How if he is gone? So many hours and days spent wondering if I had been there but a moment earlier, if I had stopped him from leaving that morning, if, oh my god, this is horrible, if I had only known, this is making me emotional, that I would never see him again. Lost.
Treading these endless paths, these regrets, with him forever moving out of reach into some darker place, away from me. Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
Is that your justification, that your grief outmatches everyone else's? I've seen some of what you've done. You don't deserve any sympathy. I understand your grief, but why all this? What happened to this place? What has caused the past to become overrun? How are you still here? Is that your justification? What did they make of their grief? Nothing. None of them dared. None of them tried. I had the vision and the people followed me. They believed. They knew. No, you were just a tyrant. And if some came only to test their knowledge, or at least they contributed to our understanding, we came so close. You do not understand. The frustration of it has only festered in me. I cannot cease thinking on it. Every moment I've lost. Well, that's the reason why you're a ghost.
Have they loved nothing in all their lives? Lost nothing? Wives, husbands, children? Might I not show them then the agony of it?
I understand your grief, but why all this? It did not start so. How could it? I was mad with grief. I summoned workers, mages, servants. We plunged headlong into our quest, could not see for tears. And as At first, nothing. Feeble efforts, false starts, days of nothing, and all the while I was certain I was losing time. I gave permission that we should try new methods and bolster our knowledge of the soul, and with these barbaric acts we began at last to learn, to find the edges of the veil. My people told me they could find my son, but still we had not the means of extracting him safe, intact. And alas, when the discovery was at hand, we were betrayed. All that we had paid, the lives lost, the tainted upon our souls, all for nothing. They destroyed the Titan, cleaved him from his roots. There's a
I will never see him again. Even in death, we have been more wholly separated than if I had never known him. He will have forgotten me. Have I not paid? Have they not cost me all I had?
They? It's you that cost yourself it. If I am to keep my stronghold, I must deal with the master below. I have no interest in your statute. Perhaps your son's spirit still remains here somewhere. You have wronged a great many people. It seems fitting that you're trapped like everyone else down here. Your people will have justice at last. I will end you here and then deal with whatever lies past these steps. I may be so, but I am whole yet. Unless you might make it otherwise. It seems fitting you're trapping everyone else here. You're wronging so many people. Yes, I know that. How could I not? I remember what that as well. I had many years to think on it, to remember. Perhaps it's time to let go. Do you mean to stay here forever? I will stay until the sun falls into the sea if I must. My time will come. I will have what... Okay, Lord, you were trapped here by your own grief. That is... No. I've tried to leave this place. I would go to my son. I would let nothing stop me. You are lying. The souls here, they are all trapped within a moment. They cannot free themselves. It is the same with you. What would your son think to see you now? No.
No! It is not my doing. It cannot be so simple.
Flame gouts from his eyes.
Drive the invaders from the halls. I will go down those final steps, and there, finish my great work. None will stop me.
You lose yourself each time you try to leave, don't you see? Look around you, there are no invaders. No. You will go from here and bring them with you. Bring that mob again with blade and fire. They will destroy all I've worked for. They will steal my only hope. Will we allow the rabble to strike us from the world, to steal my son from the final... Up, soldiers!
Up, soldiers, up! Conquerors of death! Children of the wheel!
Alright, there we go. Oh, hey, he is summoning something. Alright, cool. Oh, they got names.
I'd welcome some rest.
Interesting. White Adra is an extremely rare precious stone found in formations of Adra. It sometimes appears immediately adjacent to copper conductors used in Grithian structures. It is luminescent white color with pink and violet veins, striations running through it.
The air in here is strange, stifling. What is this place?
Alright, stairs ahead are crumbled away, leaving you in a dark pit. You have to carefully down. Climbing may be difficult. Climb carefully down the rocks. The last stretch before the bottom, Devil steps onto loose stone and rolls the rest of the way to the bottom. You find yourself at the bottom of the wide basin looking at the titanic boulders and outer foundations. Nobody got hurt. Yay! Never mind, she did. Oh, jeez. That is an Adra dragon. From under a cloak of gloomy shadow, lit only by the sickly hues of the Adra statue, emerges what can only be a dragon. Vibrant, live Adra plates its hides, and the movement has great joints and it's like a grinding of boulders. The dragon stretches itself up in its full height, its horns looming like towers, and then it lowers its head, turning sharp and intellectual gaze upon you. Marla, is there no end to it?
Here you are, nearly at the heart of the world. What a journey you have made.
You are the Master Below? What is the dragon doing here? Master Below, let's ask if he's Master Below. I mean, he's gonna say yes.
Yes, the Master Below. You have found her. Caed Nua is mine, as is all that lies beneath it. How fortunate you are to learn such well-guarded secrets. All it has cost you is your life.
So you're the one they spoke of all this time. What is this place? I think I'll just go back home, count my gold, and live a long life. I have claimed now I cannot let you threaten the keep. I would rather not fight. So what is this place?
All that remains of a dead man's greatest wish. A grand memorial, or merely a sorry little tomb. More than Od Nua's precious son are buried here, of course. Many more. It is where the Adra veins converge, before descending into the hollows of the world.
That is what calls you down here in the end, though it lies now beyond your reach. Do you feel it, now that you're so close? Pull it towards transformation. Says you that spoke of all this time.
In a fashion. Think on it. How many hundreds of souls killed by fawning Zorips, or devoured by trolls? Dashed against sealed doors, dragged screaming into dark pits by spiders. All to see what you have seen. A gate into the past. The history of a fallen people. The haunted treasures of a mad king. The final monument of a distraught father, an old man weeping in the dark.
That is poetic.
And each and every man and woman that falls comes here, to this place, to me.
I'd rather claim the Caed Nua. You threaten the keep. No, of course not. Tell me, did you stride nobly down the steps of your fine castle determined to save the day?
I have seen your Caed Nua. Have seen it rise and fall and rise again. Is it still rubble and weeds, or have you made more of it?
I was here before the Adrians raised a single stone. I'm older than the steps that led you here. I'm bound to this sorry memorial, and you're no more master of it than you are of me. But you are the only one to have come so far. I cannot allow you to leave, not now that you have seen this place. Can we not part ways peacefully? You said you're bound here? You know what power lies within the soul. Everything here, living or dead, knows it, feeds on it, thrives on it. I fed upon Od Nua's slaves while they toiled, and then, once I had grown upon the Titan, the living veins of the world, to go from a single feeble intelligence to hearing the voices of hundreds, perhaps that sounds familiar to you. The statue survives in part as I do. We are much changed, the both of us. Nothing can feed upon the souls of thousands and remain the same. You feed on the statue. What will you do when the outer is gone? You feed on the statue. With the fall of the Engwithians, the statue had come to hold the souls of a time and the eras since. It is consuming it, and in consuming it, I have gained the power and knowledge these fleeting lives provide. Every clumsy explorer, every mercenary adventurer, their souls drift down, and they're caught here in what remains of Od Nua's Titan. And every single soul is but a trifle, of course, raindrops in the desert. Od Nua said that Engwithian cut the statue off from the Adrarian veins. So he was not yet all mad. I have willed away a year or more, playing part of in his visions, but he spoke true. The Titan is only a vessel, and in time it will be empty. The river that fed it now lies far below, out of reach, save to the dead. What will you do when the otter is gone? What indeed? Am I to dig my way free, follow your tracks up and out of this place? There's a muffled growl underlying the speech. Already the Titan is not as it once was. I have a few centuries yet before the remainder has lost its power, and then I will starve. But that hardly helps you here and now. So you're trapped here. I came into this place as a hatchling. I was yet small and my wings light. You will note I have grown. The dragon stamps one mighty foot upon the earth, and the ground shakes. So too has the Adra weighed me down. Cipher. But I'm not wholly trapped, no. The mind wanders, and I like your ciphers. And like your ciphers, like you, I can cast myself beyond the limits of my bones, only my reach is far greater. All that has happened since Od Nua's fall I've witnessed firsthand. The fall of cities, the death of languages, war, pestilence, the mundane lives of farmers and kings alike. Tired days I've lingered in the low consciousness of people 100 leagues apart. But in time, always, the body calls.
And here I return. The endless tide of treasure hunters. Od Nua's sorrow. I have observed 100 lives upon the surface, and all are dear to me. But the flesh reigns.
There is not much Adra left, but you're a dragon. Isn't that better than being some peasant? I'm sorry for your plight, but I can do nothing. There's not much Adra left. No, and in time, I, like all who walk these paths, will die as well. Is there any way to free you?
Do you mean to dig me free? There may be a way, if you are willing. I cannot send the whole of my soul afield, not at once. But if you were to take something of mine past the boundaries of this place, I could obtain a new living vessel, a body with which I might wander the world, as you do.
So I would have to kill someone. How would this be done? A vessel, so I would have to kill someone. Weaken, not kill, but yes, someone of sufficient power that my soul will not burn their flesh to cinders. I've observed such bursten in my journeys. There's a dragon hunter, Farrand, who's girded her soul against such a threat. I would be lying, elf, if I said I did not have irony of it. She lingers at the shrine of Galwania within the scorched forest of Black Meadow. Perhaps she means to rekindle the faded sense of victory. But what will you do in this new body? I know not. The volatile story, everything occurs to me once I'm free. Death of this form and time of your life. Huh.
Then take the amulet. You will need to convince her by some means to place the amulet about her neck. With that conduit between us, I will have the means to displace her soul and gain my freedom.
But first you must return to the place where you slew your predecessor. Yet the scale upon the Titan's head, and I will set the scale upon the Titan's head, and I will then move my soul within it once you're out of reach.
Know this, I will not be easily betrayed, nor will mere stone contain me if I do not wish it. Mind your step, little thief.
I'm confused. Why is this dragon attacking me after all?
I'm ready.
Indeed.
We're going to see if there's any difference here. And then because I already beat the game earlier, I'm gonna call it a day and move on to the next game. Those are the Eternity 2. That's a glitch. Let's see what's going on. You've done it. Oh.
You've done it! I felt the change from here. It's as if there was a noise, a voice, underlying every sound in the keep, and I had simply ceased to notice. The silence now seems almost strange. You have done what the Earls, their descendants, and hosts of explorers could not. There is nobody left to challenge your claim. You are well and truly master of Od Nua. We have known that from the beginning, of course. But now, all the world will know and share my pride in your accomplishments. I